Have you ever truly stopped to think about becoming a father? Not about the money, the cars, or the status, but about building a family, continuing your bloodline, your legacy. Take a moment to reflect. Creating life. Have you ever really thought about it? For the longest time, there was only one thing I wanted. It's something I've dreamed of since I was a kid. A family. Sounds simple, right? But not long ago, I became a father, and it changed me in ways I could never have prepared for. I thought I was ready. I thought I was strong. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepares you for what it feels like to hold that tiny, fragile life in your hands. Fatherhood isn't a fairy tale. It's not about picture-perfect moments in the park or sweet smiles. It's raw, messy, and brutally honest. Everything you think you know about strength, masculinity, and being an alpha gets stripped away when you're cleaning up after your baby. That little life will force you to confront the truth about yourself. You'll see everything you've avoided for years, your past, your childhood, the father you had or didn't have, and you can't run from it. You can't hide. Let me explain. All my life I believed in the mantra, kill the boy to become the man. I lived by it. I buried the boy I once was and never looked back. I told myself I didn't need him. But when I became a father, something unexpected happened. One day, while I was playing with my baby, I heard a voice. It wasn't loud, but it was there, a whisper from deep inside. Why not me? Why didn't I deserve this? It was my inner child, the boy I thought I had buried long ago, the boy who was abandoned, the boy who never had a man to guide him or believe in him, the boy who learned, too young, that he was alone in the world. At first I tried to silence him. I told him, "This isn't about you. Don't take this moment away." But no matter how hard I pushed, he stayed. Because that's what fatherhood does. It holds up a mirror, not just to the man you are, but to the boy you've been running from. And in that moment, I realized something. You can't kill the boy. He's part of you, every wound, every fear, every tear. He's been waiting for you, hoping you'd stop running long enough to face him, to look him in the eye and say, "I've got you now." That's the hardest part of fatherhood. It's not just about being strong for your child. It's about being strong enough to confront the boy inside you. Until you heal him, you'll never be whole. And until you're whole, you can't be the father your child deserves. For years, I hated my inner child. I thought burying him made me stronger, but he was always there, waiting. And I know I'm not alone in this. Most men carry this weight, even if they don't realize it. Maybe you've tried to bury your inner child too. Maybe you're ashamed of who you once were, or angry at yourself for being weak. So you bury those feelings and pretend they don't exist. But here's the truth. When you hate your inner child, you hate a part of yourself. Take a moment to reflect. Have you been running from the boy inside you? You don't have to wait until fatherhood to face him. That boy isn't your enemy. He's the one who survived the pain, the fear, the loneliness. He's the one who kept going, even when everything felt hopeless. Instead of trying to silence him, maybe it's time to listen, to look him in the eye and say, "I'm here now. You're not alone anymore. I've got you." When you stop fighting him and start healing him, everything changes. You'll forgive yourself for your mistakes. You'll feel lighter, freer. And as you heal, you'll rediscover the creativity, hope, and dreams that boy once had. Combine that creativity with the discipline you've built as a man, and you'll become unstoppable. It's not about killing the boy. It's about healing him. Because when you do, you create something far greater, a man who is whole, disciplined, and creative. So don't wait. Don't wait for fatherhood or a life-changing moment to force you to face the truth. Start now. Heal now. I've shared my story because I know this is something many men struggle with, even if they don't realize it. So, what's your story? Have you been running from your inner child? If this message resonates with you, share it with someone who needs it. Remember, you can't kill the boy, but when you embrace him, you'll finally become the man you've always known you could be.